Oh, there you are.
Hello. Okay, perfect. I have the metrics up on one side, the chat up on the other. I'll have to work on my camera later, and then just let me hit the record button.
Are you on your computer?
I am, so that way we can capture all the things. So we can capture all the things. Also, there's a background music option, which we'll have to play with another time. Okay, there's the record button.
How you been?
It has been a day. Not bad day, just one of those days where you're just like, well, I will sleep very well tonight. I will sleep very, very well tonight. Also, love your Fantastic Four shirt.
Going to the gym after this.
I'm a big Marvel fan. Love it.
Yes. I had, speaking of like the sleep thing, I used to, sometimes I still do, take 2 melatonin gummies and some sleep medicine, some NyQuil. Put me out.
Oh my gosh. Are you tracking when you do that? Are you tracking your sleep with like a smartwatch or anything to see the metrics?
I did before, and it was like you would be in deep. I would be done for hours. I was surprised I would wake up and go pee, and then I would get right back in bed and be done. But the reason I did is because Josh snored so much.
Oh
Like this, like it was like I don't even know if I can like replicate it. He was like,
no.
and so bad that I literally was about to break up with him. Like it was no, I was not joking. I was like, we're gonna end this. I can't do this, or we need to sleep in another room, something. And one day I was like so exhausted that I've slept through it. And I was like, what if I just take some sleep medicine? And so I was taking sleep medicine and melatonin at the same time and would be knocked out. Some people was like, you're gonna get addicted. I was like, I don't care at this point. I'm sleeping.
Can
But
you get addicted to melatonin though?
my melatonin and then like the NyQuil, they had it was like the sleep. It was the sleep.
Oh,
And it says non-habit forming. And I did it for like probably 2 months straight. And I don't do it now and I'm not feeling it.
yeah. That's amazing though. I'm gonna have to try that because I am forever. Oh, sorry.
No. I was just saying if I'm still like wide awake and I'm like, I need to go to sleep because I got something to do tomorrow, then I'll do it. But I don't do it anymore unless I like need to go. So you're saying
Oh no, I was just saying I am forever chasing that sleep data in my phone. And they say that you're supposed to, like experts say, you're supposed to get between 1 to 2 hours of deep sleep because deep sleep is the sleep that like shoves your body into DNA restoration and heals and repairs and works for our muscles. And like I am forever stuck at 43 minutes of deep sleep. So if you're saying that your sleep data boosted when you took the melatonin and the ZQL, I'm going to try that for like a month because if that's what makes my body go into that reparative sleep, I want it. I want it real bad.
you won't hear a thing. Like there were times apparently Belle would wake up and because when she has to go to the bathroom, she'll like pace back and forth. Yeah. And I'll normally wake up and she was like, you didn't even hear her? Nope. Did not. Was knocked out.
That's amazing. Okay, well this just got very interesting. I'm literally making a note now because I'm gonna have to try this, and I'm sure we have some sequel around here somewhere.
Just the nighttime one, not the whatever. But once I did the sleep with pain. I'll have to show you which one was my favorite though, because the sleep with pain tastes so nasty. I mean, I know it's not, you don't do it to taste good, but
Sure.
it was ooh. And then melatonin, I would just get whatever gummy melatonin because I don't like taking pills. I don't have to. So
Okay, I'm gonna have to keep this in mind.
give it a try. Let me know. You gotta let me know.
Yes.
Try it. So, what else is going on with you? Anything else?
You know what? I'm just excited for today, doing a reboot of the Two Gals podcast. Been on hiatus for a year.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's been a
New
while. And then
look, new format.
instead of just voice, now they get to see us. But
Yeah.
yeah, but oh my goodness, did I tell you that I can't post on Facebook groups?
I think I saw a little feed post about that, but tell me more about that because like how did this come to be? It can't just be like a one time they.
That's the thing, I don't know. So like it I went to post something
Mhm.
in a group and it said you've been you are prevented from posting. And I was like, what? Why? Like you can't and it's like or and then I was like, whatever. And it's like you need to verify. Oh no, it said your account is suspected of suspicion. Verify your identity. And at first I was gonna do it, but I was like, oh, they're asking for my ID. I'm not doing all that. They don't need to know me like that. I was
No.
like, no. So I was like, nope, not gonna do it. I don't care. I guess I just don't need to post in groups. They make me upset anyway,
Yeah.
and people are just evil in a lot of those groups. So I said no. So then I went to repost something. Just you know how like they say, oh, here you should see this in your feed, even though you don't follow it. And so I thought it was funny, and I was hit repost, and it's like couldn't repost, and it said you are prevented from reposting until July 29th. And I was like, but why? I was like, but why? I don't understand. So then I like went on ChatGPT and was like, hey, why would I be do I have how do I see if I have a violation? And it was like, oh, just go to your settings and privacy or something and check and see. And it said, my account is healthy and I have no violations on Facebook, but I can't post in groups. So I don't know if somebody like um, reported me or
Mhm.
something in one of the groups. And so that's what happened. And I don't know
Did
what they
you
did.
reach? Did you have a chance to reach out to an admin of that group and be like, did you all do something? Oh,
Not just that group. I can't post in any group.
that's weird.
Yeah, until July 29th. Or I have to verify my identity.
That's so weird.
So I don't know. So I was just like, you know what? I need a break from groups anyway because some of those Facebook groups are just people are mean. And all you like, I posted on one of the groups before. I was like, "Hey, everybody! If you have the Chick-fil-A app, they have a free sandwich today." People were like, "Why would I want Chick-fil-A?" I'm like, "Why would I support that company?
Right,
You're not supporting the company. You're getting a free sandwich. It costs you $0, and there may
right.
be somebody hungry and may need the sandwich. So they may be like, oh my God, a free sandwich. Of course you had people that were like, oh, thanks, I got mine. Yay, thanks for reminding me. But then you just had the people that were like, I don't shop there. Well, then why are you commenting?
Yeah. It's so interesting that you have that experience in the groups the Facebook groups, because there are a couple groups that Auntie Linda and I are a part of that. I mean, it's literally, the groups are literally intended to be come here to share your experiences or ask questions, and other group members will support you. And every single time a new member posts to the group, the immediate first like three or four responses is Google it. Did you search it in this group? This question's been asked and answered. Why you gotta be
Yeah.
so shitty?
I'm like, just the same energy you gave to say Google it, you could have kept scrolling. You could have did that.
Yeah. It took more time for you to put that negative, nasty attitude out in the universe than it would have just whatever. Or if you're going to be that douchey person, I have yet to write this on a comment because it's that balance of like, do I want to continue being the douchey person and continue to perpetuate the problem? Or do I want to set the example, right? But if you're going to be that douchey person that says, like, have you searched the group? It's here. It's listed in the group. You go search the group commenter. You go find it. You go copy the link and then come back to this original post and post it, because all that energy is why the person didn't do it in the first place.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, or maybe they did Google. Like I told somebody, I was like, maybe I didn't Google the restaurants because I didn't get the same answers that people suggested. Like I found new restaurants because of what people have suggested. Instead of, because I've gone on Google and been like, oh, what's a restaurant near me? Or
Yeah.
what's a restaurant? Da, da, da. But when you go and you ask somebody, oh, what's a restaurant like this restaurant? Because this particular one I don't want, but I want something like it. And people are like, oh, try this one. And when that happens, it's like, oh, that's so much better than Google. Because Google sometimes just says whoever pays the most for the ad, right? So you don't always get the best one. And then sometimes you don't want to search because maybe you search and you're like, oh my gosh, it's 134 comments to read through. And you're just like, you know what? I just want fresh comments, the first 10 or one, and it's updated too. New
Yes.
people, you know, maybe it's from 2 months ago, and 2 months ago, new people are joined. And now you're fresh perspective. So, yes.
It's always very interesting to me utilizing, I mean, Google's been around for many generations now. It's always very interesting utilizing Google now, because despite how many filters they have and parameters that they have to, in theory, get you the right results, there's a statistic out there, and I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but it's something over 50% of the people that are posting reviews, which help drive these search engine filters and whatnot. More than 50% of the time, it is people who had a negative experience that are posting the reviews. So you're already pulling it down. It's so rare that we have such a phenomenal experience these days, right? Where we are driven to go post a review. Every organization will ask you to post a review, or they'll have a little sign to go post a review, right? Because SEO is a real thing these days, but it has been a real thing for a while. I don't know why I said these days, right? But it's so interesting because most people, when they are driven to do a review, it is negative. And so you're like, well, can I, at this point, knowing that statistic, can I even use the review? Is it even a useful thing anymore? Or can I go to Chatty McChat Chat and ask Chatty McChat Chat, based on everything you know about me or everything I've plugged into you, recommend restaurants in this area, right? Is that now more reliable? I mean, I feel like it. I feel like the answer is yes.
Yeah, and then but then I bet those same people though are like, don't use AI because they just are so negative. And you know, I'm like, in my opinion, because people are like, AI is taking away jobs. I'm like, you know what? I bet the same person when cars were invented was like, but I drive a horse and carriage and I won't have a job anymore. And times are just changing. And so, because the times are changing, you have to just go with the flow of it. And yeah, but people don't think like that. They just are like, man, just gonna be mean. And you know, I speaking of like stuff that's mean, you know, I post stuff for the Valhalla Vitality, which they sponsored with my,
Shout out Bahala.
and so I posted a video about body positivity, and because with them, and I've lost, you know, 65 pounds and counting. Well, I'm going to the gym tonight because I keep it going.
Yeah.
Um, but I posted about body positivity because for me, body positivity isn't just, oh, it's what others think about your body. It's how you feel about your body, right? And how what you're comfortable in. And of course, you like the validation and stuff like that. It makes you feel better and boosts that. But in the long run, is how you feel. And that's what my video was talking about. And somebody commented on the video because, like I said, people are just mean. He goes, oh, you're lying to yourself. He said something like, you're lying to yourself. You're MF and ugly or something. And so, you know what I did? I commented and said, I said, you know what? I used to be very MF and ugly. So you should follow me to see my progress because that means I look a lot better than before. I was like, and then I'll just go down a little bit. And you know what he did? Deleted the comment. Because he was like, oh, well, yeah, obviously what you posted was stupid.
Yeah.
You know, he probably was trying to get me to cry or get me to be like, oh, no, I'm not. How dare you say that or something. But the fact that I just kind of like agreed with him, if you will, and was like, you know what? Sure. Actually, I'm a little better than that. You should go and look at my other videos and see where I used to be, where I am now. And I'm like, why do people do that? Why are people so negative when it comes to, you know, that stuff? You know, like in my video was so positive and showing all about how you can love yourself where you are in the moment and where you're going to be, where you see yourself wanting to be, and just somebody comes in and just go, no, you're not. You're lying to yourself. Like, why do you feel some type of way? You're projecting and you're mad because I'm happy. Like, yeah, so it's just crazy that he did that. But then when I went to go, because I was like, "Ooh, let me go find that comment so I can talk about it." And yeah, I was like, "Oh, it's gone." I was like, "Oh, he deleted it."
Be down.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm very, very happy with my progress because where I used to be to where I am now. Now I will be honest. There are sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, am I look the same. And that's because the way I see myself today is the way I saw myself a year ago. And so I'm like, really? I used to be 65 pounds heavier? You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh, okay, I was. And then I'll look at pictures or I'll put on certain clothes and I'm like, oh, wow. Like I bought, I had this one favorite blue jean skirt. And she said, get rid of it because it keeps falling when you walk. Like literally, I would put it on, and like I used to be able to wear it with no belt, and then I put it on one day and it just fell, and I was just like, but it was sad happy. It was like a sad happy.
Yeah.
I was like, it's my favorite skirt.
Well, you might have to take up another hobby to like start altering your clothes so you can keep your favorite items as they evolve with you.
Maybe because I did end up buying a new skirt, a new blue jean skirt, and I pulled it out of because I ordered online and I looked at it and I was like, I'm not gonna fit this. I was like, hey, there's no way. And I put it on and I was like, oh, I can fit it. There is a way. Because again, just that mental stuff where you're just like, oh. So yeah, it's like hard, you know, but I am working on it very, very hard to keep my momentum going. And that's why I go to the gym too.
Yeah.
Build up the muscle, which my friends were making fun of me one day because I was like, ooh, I found a new muscle in my leg. I was like, it's like down here. They were like, that's your cock. I was like, I know what it's called. I'm just saying it's new for me. Like I've never seen it before. I didn't know I had one. And
It
so
was there. It was just buried under extra awesome.
it was under a lot apparently, but man, I have been working out in addition to the therapies I take because some days I do get bored with the workouts and I have to stay very like engaged in it. Like today I was gonna go in the morning. Today, like I've had my gym clothes on all day. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna start working. And then I had meetings, and then a meeting was canceled, and I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll just go during this time to cancel a meeting." And then someone was like, "Oh, can you do this?" And I was like, "Oh, sure," because it's my job. So I was like, yes. I was like, well, I'm not gonna go to the gym. Then I was like, I'll go at 5. And I was like, I really don't want to go at 5. That's when most people go.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh, I'll just go at like 6 and that'll be enough time. And I was like, no, it won't. I'm not gonna do that. So then I was like, all right, I'll just go after this. I did a lot of moving of my gym, but I'm gonna go. I even had my gym shoes on for like from like 7 to 4 until I finally said, let me take my shoes off. I'll go later tonight.
So you mentioned something there that I always find interesting because I face it myself. I'm sure a bunch of people do, but tell me, you mentioned sometimes you get bored or want maybe variety in the workouts that you're doing. How do you stay motivated when you know either you're training a specific area that is your challenge area, or that you just mentally you're just like, I've had a day, I don't want to do it. What are the things that you're doing to keep yourself motivated to actually get your butt in the gym?
Yeah, so I do a few things. So I have a gym membership, like the $10 a month one, because that's very affordable for me and I can just go whenever. And so for those workouts, I put like on the calendar
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is I didn't have it on the calendar today, so I didn't, have it promised to myself. But I was like, I will still go because I do try to work out at least 4 days a week. So the gym workouts are like my main thing is going to the gym. And what I do to kind of break up that, because that sometimes I get bored, is I signed up for like classes, but I don't like to go to classes all the time for a couple of reasons. One, some of them are just really expensive, you know, for pricey for me,
Yeah.
And there's this one, it's CrossFit, and they even say this is not cheap, and it's not, but I've tried it, and it's a really good workout. So like with the CrossFit, it's nice because they have like different workouts every time you go, which that helps boredom. But here's the thing. Most of those CrossFit places are half like in like a garage looking type place where it's like you're inside, but they have like this door open and
Oh, I gotcha.
oh yeah, so it's like ooh, and it's too hot for that in Florida in July, June, May.
Yeah.
So to do something like that during those months, no, I will wait until August to do that. But when I do go to those, it gives me ideas for when I go to the regular gym that I pay like $10 a month for. And then I also do. There's this one thing I do called Stinga. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but here
No.
they break it up into 3 sections. For 20 minutes, you do spin on the bike. And then for 20 minutes, they do another workout with you where it's whether it's upper body, legs, or core. Then after that, it's 20 minutes of yoga. And so
Nice.
kind of broken up like that. So for that, I have a pass where I paid for 10 classes for the year. And I can do 10 classes whenever throughout the year. So I kind of do it like once a month.
Sure.
Because that, again, if I did that every day, I would be bored because I'd be like, oh, spin again.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to commit to a certain time.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, man, if you're like 2 minutes late, it's like, oh, it's already started. But if you're 2 minutes late to the regular gym, it doesn't matter because it's your time.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I do my Diva dance where I do the and I have that like a 10 class pass for that one where I prepaid for 10 classes. And so I'll do that. And so I have my class booked for that. But again, it's one of those things where I really like that, but I like the 10 classes because sometimes they don't always have a song that I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like monthly, so that's how I keep it all mixed up is I sign up for classes where I can prepay for so many classes for the year to break up my gym stuff. And then when I go to the gym, some of those classes that I've taken, I kind of like incorporate some of those workouts. I also use ChatGPT. Well, I have chatbot,
Mm-hmm.
but I use that to help me build some workouts. I'm like, can you help me with an hour workout for upper body using
Mm-hmm.
only weights? And it'll give you the stuff and all of that. And so that's really good. So
Nice.
that's me. Like working out. I need to be more diligent whenever I don't like, because if I don't want to work out, sometimes I'll just be like, no. So if I get into that zone though,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just not work out and then not work out and then not work out. And it's so easy to just not do it. Then you have to pick it back up. So that's the bad thing though, when you do, for me, when it's like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and not sign up for a class, because if I sign up for a class, I'm like, oh, I already paid for it, gotta go. Right. But
Yeah.
if it's to the gym and I'm like, you know what? Nobody's gonna miss me. I won't go. Nobody's waiting on me. Because but one thing that helps is my brother, sister, and dad. We have a group chat, and we hold each other accountable for our workouts. We text each other on the workout.
Oh, nice. So you're like sending photos to each other like while you're doing your workout, or is it more like, guys, I just tried this and it really worked my delts?
The texting part, like, oh, I did this today. Sometimes we might do pictures every now and again if it's something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly it's just like, oh, I did upper body, I did abs today. Like my sister, she's gonna do a 60-mile walk.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so she's training for that, and I'm like, ooh, I'll watch you from here. 60 miles, that is, I think it's 60 miles. Either way, it's like a lot. It's not 6.
No,
Yeah, I think
wait.
separated into 2 days.
That's what I was
So
just about to ask. Like, what's the time frame to get this 60? And so 30 miles a day.
what she told me. And they can't, for safety reasons, they can't wear headphones. So it's just walking. I know. Yeah. Like that's like the rule. I was like, what? I can't,
Yeah.
like, what? One earbud?
Like, so is this walk like with a group of people? Like that is it, are you, how do I want to ask this? Are you maintaining your results like with a tracker? It's just however many steps that you take to total 30 miles in each day? Or is it like you go to a place, you go with people, so you have the physical or visual accountability?
Yeah, it's an actual like when they do 5Ks and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
It's an actual like event where they will sign up and they, I don't know all the details, but based on what I understand, like they are staying at a hotel and then they meet at a spot and then they go and do the walk. And then once they get to some point, I think like it's just that like a bus takes them back or something, or they walk back to where it is. But it's an organized type event where, yeah, where that's why they have the rule of no music. Yeah, the for safety reasons. Yeah, she told me that, and I was like, "What?"
Uh-uh. I mean, I respect the people that do that, but I need something going on here.
I mean, like because even when I did the 5K, the last 5K I did, I had music in my ear. I was like, I had one earbud in, that way I could hear the other people. And then, yeah, I needed the music. I had the music. When a good song was on, I was like, all right, I can keep going. I can keep going. Got a good
Yeah.
song. But I couldn't do silent or just talking to people. Like, I gotta talk to you while I'm walking.
That is exactly how I am. It's funny because every year at work, my current workplace has this July challenge. It's a 10,000 steps challenge across the company, and they don't allow any manually recorded data. So it's all tracked via a specific app that they pay for that 30-day time frame, and it's got to be logged either with a smartwatch or with the phone itself, using the phone as a pedometer, right? And every year I tell myself, like, okay, I've got this standing meeting at 8:30, I've got the standing meeting at 10:30. These are meetings that I still have to be on camera for, but I don't have to talk the entire time. And when I do have to talk, it's minimal amounts. So I can knock out my steps and it'll be good to show that I'm participating in the challenge and all of that. And every time I get on those calls, I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? Mind you, I control my own treadmill. I could slow it down to a crawl, but instead I'm like 3 miles an hour. Hey guys, how you doing? And by the end of the meeting, I'm like, I'm just gonna like stand on the side of my treadmill and let it go and just catch my breath or whatever. Because every time I'm like, no, I can't do it. I know it sounds terrible, and anyone that's like listening in the chat is probably going, we should probably work on your cardio harder, which is a fair and valid assessment. But it's also like, dang it, I still haven't mastered walking and talking.
But still, even if, like, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Like, when I did the CrossFit, this one girl was like, it doesn't matter how many times you come, it's still hard. It's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much you walk. At some point, you're gonna be like, or at the speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna put that in a poll right now for our folks that are watching. How many steps do you take in a day? And I'll just keep it real simple: above 10,000 or below 10,000. Let's see what our folks have to say here.
10,000 for me. I am horrible. It's so crazy though because I did like a step challenge with like work, and you like can put your steps in, and at the end of it, and I thought about it at the end because it's like, yeah, I don't get a lot of steps in, but I was working out at that time. I was working out a lot, and I
Mm-hmm.
should have put in like I should have asked, what does a 30-minute hit workout correlate to steps? Because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, it's not fair, it's just steps. Because sometimes you'll be like, all right, I'll do like all these squats and it doesn't change to a step. But
Mm-hmm.
you do 50 squats, that's 50 steps in my opinion. Well, 100
Yeah.
squats, but it won't translate.
It doesn't feel that movement. I wonder if you do hip thrusts and you like tie your smartwatch to like your belt loop, if your workout clothes has a belt loop or whatever, I wonder if that movement would count as a step. And I know that they have some converters, like some of these fitness apps do a great job of having converters where some quantitative somewhere has done the math to figure out what like 50 sweat, but not every app has that. And in situations where like your work doesn't let you self-report activities to convert to steps, you really do feel like you're losing out in that moment. Which I guess at the end of the day, it makes you overcompensate if you're participating in one of those challenges. So when you're over participating at the end, you're just like, oh, I need a break from my own steps challenge.
Yeah, and it's very interesting if it does, because somebody told me, they were like, "Yeah, you could have converted it," and I was like, "Ah, I
You
wish I
tell
would have
me
realized."
now.
I didn't realize before. I should have asked you before, um, but I didn't. But it's okay. They were still like, "Oh," because we only had 3 people on our team, and we were like in 9th out of 20. I was like,
Oh,
"Well, for 3 people."
yeah,
Because
that's great progress.
sometimes I look and I'm like, "Are they lying?" 10,000 steps a day. Stop it. Or whatever the cap is. I don't know what the cap was, but it's like, yeah, I'm definitely under 10K. You know, on vacation though, I got my steps down. But when I'm
Yeah.
home, it's not the same. Which is why on vacation I don't work out as much, since I know I'm like getting all those steps in and going upstairs and downstairs and moving around a lot.
Well,
Gotta
speaking of
get
vacation, you just got back from a great cruise, didn't you? Tell us a little bit about that and tell us about, are you a, I have to know, people seem very divided in the cruise space. On your cruises, are you a stairs person or are you an elevator person?
it depends on how many floors.
Okay.
So yeah, and then how long the wait. You know, how
Oh,
many
that's
people.
fair.
Yeah, so like in the beginning when you get on the cruise, we take the stairs and we're
Sure.
like, oh my goodness, because everybody's at the elevators, because everybody's getting on, everybody's going. Like when you get on the cruise, the first thing a lot of people do is go get food or drink.
Hmm.
After like the whole safety thing, you got to go check in for your at your muster station, so you know
Hmm.
where your zone is. But a lot of times people go to get food or drink, and so it's all the same place. And so you're walking, and everybody's at every elevator. So then you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna start taking the stairs. So you usually enter on like floor 3 or 4,
Hmm.
and then the food is usually on like 9 or 10. And so you're like, whoo, and then the stairs are always like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so it's like, oh, it's a lot of stairs. But at least we know. And then you're kind of like, after a minute, and you're like, oh, should I go to the elevator and hit the button and see if I beat the people that are at the bottom? Because then by the time you get up to floor 6, from being at 3, you're like, okay, I'm halfway there. So I can either keep going or press the button and see if I'll make it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you hit the button and it's full. And you're like, well, I guess I'll take the stairs the rest of the way then. And so, yeah, I definitely, it just depends. If it's 1 or 2 levels, I'll always take the stairs. Well, I won't say always, but typically I'll take the stairs. Going down is easier, right? Because it's down, not as much effort. Um, but even then, I'm like, elevator, especially if it's the elevator that has the view where you can
Hmm.
see everything when you're going down. You usually want to take that one. So,
I have yet to take my first cruise, but I am in my mind. I think I will try to be a stairs person, except when we're getting on, like if it's one of those things where you have to take your luggage to your own room. I'm notorious for being an overpacker, so I will not be taking the stairs with my luggage. But everything else, I will do my best when that time comes to take the stairs, because I can totally see myself just being an absolute loaf on a cruise. A cruise looks like a delightful time to just completely decompress, especially from what I hear, and you can verify this for us, but from what I hear, those Wi-Fi packages are stupid expensive.
yeah, they're like 25 a day.
Does it
So,
lock you into like a usage amount?
no. So it's not a
Oh,
usage amount, it's a tier. So, you can either get like just social, which that's usually what I get.
oh, okay.
Access emails, but not the web. And like the highest one is usually where you can get like everything and access the web. I usually don't care about the internet. So I just usually like to make sure I can just get on TikTok and Instagram.
The
So
necessities.
like whatever. Um but yeah, that one. So yeah, there's that. So I usually do get the internet package. Um and then but you do when you check in, you do not have to bring your own luggage on.
Oh,
Usually I'll just have like a backpack and I leave it with the people. Some people do like to carry their own luggage around the whole time. But me, I'm like, bring it to my room. I'll wait, you know, and it's usually there. A boyfriend he always thinks he's always like, "Where's the luggage? You lost it. Get off it." Like, why do you think like that? We're on vacation. If they lost it, whatever. We have food. It's okay.
Yeah.
Let's go in the gift shop. But yeah, it's always you can just leave it. They'll make sure it gets on the ship. And then yeah, the internet packages are crazy. Sometimes I get the drink package. Well, most of the time I get the drink package. The last cruise I took was Margaritaville.
Okay.
And that one is cheap to get on. So that's how they get in. Like for a week, like Monday, left Monday, came back Friday.
Mm-hmm.
A balcony room was for 3 of us was like a little over $1,000. That's the room and includes food, and that's
Wait.
really good.
Okay, I was gonna say, is that $1,000 a person or $1,000 total? Oh, that's amazing then. Okay.
Yeah, so it was cheap to get in. Once we got on, drinks were because we were like, we won't get the drink package. It's so expensive. The drink package was like 120 a day. Yeah, for the drink package. Other cruises are like 65 a day, maybe 70 a day for the drink package.
Are we talking like premium top shelf spirits included in this drinks package? Or are we just talking about your? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and so we were like, we're not gonna get us 120 a day. We got on we were like, we'll just buy a drink. Drinks will be probably like $13 a drink, $20 a drink.
That's some Vegas prices.
We were like, $20. Some drinks were 22, 24. And we were like, he got a rum and coke for
For
$20.
$20.
I was like, you better get a frou fancy drink for 20 because
Mm-hmm.
I really liked and it was $20. And I was just like, well, this is a drink I'm gonna get. It's worth the $20. But yeah, so the math of it was if you got 5 drinks a day, it was worth it.
Okay.
But we were like, to pay $120 a day for the drink package. And so, yeah, we didn't get the drink package on that one. And so, what we did do was we bought a bottle of wine each.
Mm-hmm.
That helped like one day.
Sure.
And then we had like a $50 credit. We were like, oh, that'll get us like 3 or 4 drinks, 2 drinks on that $50 credit. We were like, oh my goodness. So then, what else did we do? Oh, and then I had got a wine tasting. I was like,
Ooh.
and so that was great. I got tore up on the wine tasting because let's say there were like 20 seats, 25 or 15 people showed up, so there were some extra pours that they had, and I was like, so what are y'all gonna do with that? You need help drinking it? And they were like, oh yeah, you guys can help yourself. And I was like, okay. And I was like, I filled up a cup and I was like, oh, nobody wants the Merlot? I don't like Merlot, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have a drink package. I need a drink.
This is the best that I get right now.
Yeah, I got back to the room and was like, hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Didn't leave the room.
Oh my God.
But the next cruise, I'm not getting anything package. I'm going with my sister and my cousin. And they didn't want to get the drink package. So I was like, okay, that's fine. But Carnival, so Margaritaville, you cannot take your own bottle of wine on the cruise. But Carnival, you can.
How would they know?
They check your bag. They scan it, like the airport.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Margaritaville had a lot of different rules. Like most cruises, you can bring like a boxes of soda.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't get the drink package, so they're like, oh, I'm just gonna bring my own soda and be fine. But Margaritaville doesn't allow that. Yeah, you could bring like one bottle of wine on other cruises, but Margaritaville didn't allow that. They're very much cheap to get on, pricey when you're on. Yeah, yeah. But I'm going on Carnival on my next one. So my next one, I'm gonna take a bottle of wine, and then I'm gonna ask my sister and cousin, like, "Are you doing that? Can I put a bottle of wine in your bag?"
Yeah.
But we'll see. But yeah, so that's all about me right now. So what's going on with you? What's like making you crash out?
You know what? I do have an issue of crashing out fucking once a day these days over something. And today, the thing that really just upset me, pissed me off, was people who only turn their cameras on for work meetings when their boss is present. Like, I'm the type of person. Now, listen, I think it's all pretty clear that we don't all always have our cameras on at all time, or we're not always presentable to be on cameras at all time. I'll be the first to tell you, and I've told my team before, most mornings when I'm first logging in, I still have my little eye patches on. My hair's probably still in my bonnet, right? Like, I've got up, I've hit the restroom, I've taken care of Memphis, my dog, and I have brushed my teeth and I've put my contacts on. Beyond that, I'm coming down, I'm immediately checking on the team. I'm seeing what the priorities are for today. If anything new has come up that wasn't on my list. And then sometime on my lunch hour or sometime when I step away, I might put myself together, right? I might brush my hair out, or I might take those under eye patches off, whatever. I have a real problem with people who hop onto a Teams meeting or a Slack meeting, or whatever the case may be, assess who's in the room, and they're like, "Oh, my boss isn't here. Camera off." Like, it's an integrity thing at that point, right? Like, you already had your camera on. It's not going to hurt you anymore to keep the camera on while the rest of us are on camera, right? And now you've just made it like low key awkward because the rest of us are like, oh, okay, like, are you participating? Are you there? Are you whatever? And to be clear, I don't mean that you are only participating if you have a camera on. You could still be active and engaged in the conversation. You can still lead a whole damn meeting without your camera on. But don't do it just because you know your boss isn't here. Like, I had a situation the other day where I joined, some external parties joined, and then they said that this third person joined who was with my company and said, like, "Oh, camera pressure, I guess I'll put it on." So they put their camera on. Okay, cool. We did part of the meeting. The minute their boss dropped, they were like, "Oh, literally announced, oh, my boss is gone. I don't need to keep this on anymore." Yeah. And it's just like, I hear you. We all want to put the best versions of ourselves forward when we're around our boss. They're the ones who sign our check, right? They're the ones who hired us and signed on the dotted line and are ultimately responsible for us should we do something wrong. But it's an integrity issue for me, right? Like, be the person your dog thinks you is, right? Be the person that your boss hired you on day one. Be your day one person, not your day 10,000 person, right? And to me, when you turn your camera off and then announce that, like, I'm turning my camera off because my boss isn't here, that's being that day 10,000 person.
Wow, that they announced that. Yeah, we're a camera on company too. And there was one day, I guess, one of the VPs was like, "All right, guys, we need to turn the camera on. We're camera on company. Turn camera." Yeah. Like, I remember once, because I said it as a joke, and I'm like, "We're a camera on company, everybody." And then he must have liked that I said it, because the next day he's like, "Lakeisha, what are we?" I was like, "Why are you putting me into that position to say that?"
Right.
But it's all good. I was like, you know what? We are a camera on company, because with the job that I do, I require people to have their cameras on, because I train people and I need to see, and I tell them, I'm like, I need to see your reactions. A lot of times you're just going to be quiet and you're not going to say anything. But if I kind of see this or this, then I can react to that. I can't react to silence. So definitely we do camera on around here. Do you hear my dog?
Yes. Belly beat.
Yeah, she got mad at me earlier because she started barking, and I told her, I said, no, go outside. Go outside. It's like, she walked over, and I was like, go outside. Go outside.
Oh
She
no.
climbed on the couch and looked out the window and put her face like this on the window and went, and I was like, if you just would have went outside, you could have barked. But I don't want to hear you. You overstimulate me. And so she got mad at me. And then I was like, come here. And she looked right at me, walked over to the other couch and laid down like, nope. And put her head down.
She
I was
said,
like,
I'm going to take my mind off of this disappointment that was me borking.
right. She's like, you're overstimulating me now. So, yes. So the door for her to go outside.
Well, to that end, to get your mind off of things, Diva, you have always provided a really fun perspective to things. So I'm exhausted today. Give me something to get my mind off of things.
All right. You froze there for a second, but
Oh
here we
no!
are. But I'm back. You're back. You're back and moving around. So, yeah. Let's do a little dance. All right. So we're going to do Would You Rather. I hope you have some stuff ready because I do.
I
You want
do.
to start?
Okay, I'll start. So are we given how long are we giving you to answer? Is it just am I even
First,
discussing?
like, gotta be as quick as possible. So, yeah. So, but yeah, you'll give me one and I'll give you one and we'll go back and forth.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I thought I just broke a nail there. All right. Would you rather body swap with your ex or your boss for a full week?
Oh, body swap?
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know what? X.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Because then I'll be like, I'm gonna shave your head or something.
I'm gonna get that revenge.
Then just be like, all right, we're back. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Love it.
Then he took revenge on me too. I'm
Well,
amazing. So
make sure
why?
you schedule a hit workout for that day so he's just so exhausted he can't do anything to you.
You just want to sleep. You know, that might be what happened. You be tired. Because I'm tired all the time. He might just be like, oh, why is she so tired? Go not have cramps or something. And be like, oh, this is the time for the body swap.
Then, yes, that.
All right. So, would you rather have a permanent unibrow or constantly have to sing everything you say?
Oh my God, sing. I'm a terrible singer, but I will sing because I already do that in real life. Okay, do you remember, you like movies? Do you remember, um, ring, 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 banana phone, banana phone? It used to like play in between movie things. I don't know. It was an ad for something. Um, anyway, I will, to that tune, we will walk around the house and sing whatever we're having for dinner. So it'll be like ring, 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 panini phone, I'm already doing that. So that's fine. I will do that any day of the week.
You're like, boom, easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. It's already who I am. All right. Would you rather be able to smell colors or hear smells?
Smell colors.
Okay. I
Yeah,
think I would
because
like
the
that
hit,
too.
like, stop.
I don't want to hear the stinky cheese as it continues to mold. Like, ugh.
Exactly. Yep.
Ugh.
No. Would you rather talk to animals but they hate you, or be able to fly but it's just 1 inch off the ground? So basically,
Listen, flying 1 inch off the ground means I can never trip in an inopportune moment. Like if I'm walking out of an interview. So that's one. Plus, I'll be like, what was that? What was that vintage actress? That's mean. I didn't mean it that way. Who was that 1930s, 1940s actress that was like known for her walk where she just glid everywhere? If I had the right length of pants, it would just look like I'm gliding everywhere, but I can't trip because I'm 1 inch off the ground.
like your thinking.
I'll be the most graceful person ever.
Okay.
All right, let's say, would you rather be incredibly rich but never fall in love, or live a happily married, coupled up life but have to live paycheck to paycheck?
Oh, rich. I was at first. I was like, I'm not even gonna let her finish, but I was like, that would be rude.
Mr. Diva, this is the expectation now. Rich.
Say less. Rich.
Listen, it's a hard world out there. I can't imagine there are very many people who are going to say, as we have a user who joined that says heavenly love. I can't imagine right now with the way the economy is, I can't imagine many people would say anything other than rich. I say that, and then this live, once it gets reposted, is going to immediately filled with hate comments of, how dare you, you've never been in love.
No, I love my person so much. For you, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather have your nose grow when you lie, or have your ears flap like a dog when you're excited?
Oh, probably the ear thing because A, I usually wear my hair down, so no one's gonna see it. You're just gonna see like this, right? And two, I got these tiny little, you can't really see them because I have these like tiniest ears. Like my ears are so tiny compared to most people. Like it ain't gonna move too dang much, you know. And then like if I'm sleeping and I'm having a dream, that bonnet keeps those ears kind of pinned back. So no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know. Whereas the nose, you know, there are some situations in life where you gotta fib, like when your coworkers ask you, you know, did that solve your issue? Absolutely, it absolutely solved my issue. I am not at all just getting you off of my Teams call.
We're good. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Let me.
exactly. So let me just do this. All right, would you rather have hands that are twice their current size, or feet that are half their current size?
Smaller feet,
Okay.
because I'll choose.
Easier to store them. You'll get all the discounts when they go on sale because they always sell their small size. It always seems like their small sizes go on sale.
Yes, I feel like everybody wears my shoe size. I'm like, come on. But people say they don't have big feet. But I'm like, well, why is my feet always gone?
I
All
would do the
right.
same.
Would you rather have to wear a clown nose every day for a year, or announce your arrival in a room by honking a horn?
Oh man, this is rough. Oh, this is rough. What do you mean? What do you mean, Tiki Taki? Tiki Taki was saying that we were inactive and they were going to end our live stream because of inactivity. Well, that's just rude, but we told them go away. We told them we are here. Um, I, you know, I do a really bad job of like owning the moment when I walk into a room, something that I'm working on in my 30s. So I'm gonna do the horn thing just because it's gonna push me outside of my comfort zone.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Yeah. What about you?
For that one, I would honk, because I'm like, look at me.
Here I am. Ta-da! All right. So here is one that will be near and dear to your heart. Oh, sorry.
I said I feel like I'll have to match the clown nose to everything every day. So I feel like I'll have to
Yeah.
wear matching attire. But
Yeah.
what's the next
Plus,
one?
like everyone, I could never get away with anything, right? Like if I was going to Sephora, they would never know how to work around that. So like they'd be like, "Did you see this lady who came in with a clown nose?" All right, here's one that might be near and dear to your heart. Would you rather give up the internet for a year, or give up your favorite food for 5 years straight?
So no internet or no crispy hot.
Ooh.
Hmm. You know what? The hot wings. I'll give that up. I'll substitute.
That is a commitment. I mean, I feel like I couldn't pay my bills if I gave up the internet because my job requires the internet. And also to order all the things that my Memphis needs to live, like his joint supplements and his foodies, require the internet. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, too much online shopping. Sometimes I shop in my sleep. I wake up uh the next day and I'm like, oh my gosh, I spent something because it's out of my bank account. And it turns out I did shopping
I
in my
can't
sleep.
wait till you make it. I can't wait till you're rich. I just want to go through your order history just to see what you rich slept purchased.
All right. So would you rather have a personal theme song play whenever you start your work day, or a tiny rain cloud follow you around whenever you are sad?
I am my own tiny rain cloud. I cry so much. Like when I'm sad, I cry so much. So I am my own tiny rain cloud. So I feel like I already have that. I think a theme would be cool. Kind of back to what we were talking about earlier. Like push you out of your comfort zone, get you geared up for the day, right? Also announce, just be like, hey, look at me. Here I am. Also, anytime I was in a bad mood and I'm storming into my boss's office or whatever, they just know. They just know they can prepare themselves. They've got, as I'm coming down the hallway, just like the jaws sound. Oh,
Nope, mine did it too. All right, I'm back. It says I was inactive. Why did it become active? Weird.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't click. I was trying to hit the button to wave to all of our viewers that passed through, and maybe it's just 'cause I didn't do that for a little while. I'm not sure. We have hit the 1 hour mark, so maybe that's a TikTok feature with the 1 hour mark. I'm not sure. I will research that after the fact.
Okay. We're here. We'll be done in like 10 minutes. Leave us alone.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I think I still have. I still think I still have one or two. You want to keep going?
Yeah, we can go.
Okay, perfect. So let's say, would you rather be trapped in a room with 10,000 harmless but very fast crickets, or 10 minutes to hold a giant tarantula in your hand?
Um, the giant harmless crickets. I don't want to touch anything like that.
Yes. I agree with that 1,000%. Because it doesn't indicate that I can't wear a full like bee suit, so I don't have the crickets on me. So I'm gonna do the crickets with you. We'll stand in the same room. We'll get it over with, and then we'll bitch about it later.
All right. Would you rather eat everything with chopsticks or wear oven mitts on your hands at all times?
Oh, I guess I could still eat steak with chopsticks. So I think that's gonna be the answer. I can't do my makeup with oven mitts on. So yeah, chopsticks all day. Chopsticks all day.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather accidentally send a text complaining to your boss about your boss, or accidentally send a text to your boyfriend's mother about her?
Ooh. I would I think I would go with the boss because I like my boyfriend's mom. Luckily I never say anything that's like crazy, so
There's
but still.
somewhere where you could like backpedal from it.
Yeah, I was like, nah, I would just rather do the boss thing. Just be like, well, it's true.
Mhm. I said what I said.
Yeah, that would be my response. Well, it's true. Would you rather have a photographic memory, but only for really bad puns, or be able to perfectly mimic any sound, but only with your farts?
That took a turn. That took a turn. I knew what the answer was going to be, and then you said the last part of it, and I was like, "Oh shit." Um, Oh, wow. I would have to have a really strong friend group who understood me to be able to pick the latter. What was the first option?
To be able to have a photographic memory, but only with for bad puns.
I mean, I guess that, but man, I'd be miserable to be around. So either way, I'm being miserable to be around for my friends because I'm constantly filled with bad puns because it's just stuck in my brain, photographic memory. Or I just stink around my friends all the time because I'm trying to tell them about something I heard and can only articulate it with my ass. I guess the first one. That's the
You're
first
like,
one. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's a good one. All right. I don't think my next one is as good. But would you rather have to announce every time you use the restroom at work or to reply all to every email you receive with only an emoji?
what was the first one again?
Would you rather have to announce every time you go to the restroom at work? Like, so if you were in an office setting, you got to stand up and say, like, I gotta go pee.
Or, you know what? I would do the tell them I have to pee. Because sometimes people do that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just to be like, here's an emoji all the time. That would, oh my gosh, people would not open my emails anymore. And I'd be like, I need
I was gonna say, I don't think I couldn't be trusted with the emoji one because too many times I'd be sending that middle finger emoji just to tell them to do it them damn selves, right? So there's no way. And the restroom thing, I worked for a place. It was a place that you and I worked for together for a short while. You were still down in Tampa. Ours was in Indy. But the boss that I had at that time had their entire team signing out anytime that they had to go to a restroom. Mind you, they were doing that to try to capture some certain data points for certain individuals, but they couldn't, pick on certain individuals. But it was literally a sheet of any time you left your desk to go use the restroom.
and right, bad,
Mm-hmm.
doing
Mm-hmm.
this.
Oh my gosh. And it was practically the same. I would have just rather been like, I got to go take a poop. Bye. Like, I had that same boss one time. Now, mind you, I should have been like articulating at the time that I was going through some issues. Like, I didn't have a medical diagnosis, whatever, but I was having some digestive distress at the time. And it was that brought my attention to the fact that, like, I do have some type of like digestive issue. I need to talk with my doctor because my boss came to me at the time and was like, my team lead came to me at the time and was like, do you know you go on a lot of restroom breaks? And I was like, nope, none of your business. I'm just doing the thing because I have to do the thing. But yeah, which is basically the same as announcing every time that you have to pee. So I guess I'm there.
Like I've lived it, done it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yes.
All right. Would you rather wear socks with sandals every day or every day have to wear a t-shirt that says, I'm a potato?
Oh, I'm a potato. Yes, we call Memphi a potato, and he actually eats like sweet potatoes. So that would be such an inside joke all the time. I'd do it.
You're like,
And
that's my
you'd get the people who've like heard the social media or heard the social media sound, and so they chime in. So that would like lift your spirits for the ones who don't get it.
all right. Okay, okay.
All right. Would you rather always have to tell the truth out loud or always be able to tell when someone's lying to you?
Telling somebody's lying to me.
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I would hate knowing, but I need to know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It would make our friendship stronger. It would make your friendship and the people around you stronger. And also, when McDonald's tells you that their ice cream machine is down, you could tell them to shove it up their ass and go get you an ice cream cone. You're willing to pay for it. Just go make it.
Tell me the real reason why you don't want to give me ice cream.
Yes. Yes.
We just cleaned it and we don't want to do it again because it takes 30 minutes. I would respect you for that.
Yeah,
I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
that's fine.
That's fine. All right. Would you rather have a voice that sounds like Bugs Bunny or laugh like a hyena?
Oh, shoot. I have been told that I have a really scratchy, like Miss Piggy voice. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with that one because it would be for my haters. It would change up. It would change up what they hear, and they'd be very appreciative.
You're like, oh, listen, now I have a new voice for you.
Yeah. You wanted to talk shit about the first voice? Well, here's another one for you. Oh my goodness. I feel so much better. That's such a refreshing release from today's earlier crash out. So thank you for getting my mind off things. Thank you for bringing the fun to the situation.
Of course, of course. We had a really good discussion today. We had, what did we talk about? There was a new follower. I noticed it was Felix Solar Zeno.
Hello.
So thank you so much for the follow. I don't know who you follow, but either way, there's a follow in there. We talked about body positivity today and self-love, and then dealing with those online haters, workout plans, cruise life, and then we ended with would you rather. So if you loved our discussion today, do not forget to like, follow, share, comment, and then AJ, tell us when's the next time that they will see us together.
Yes, absolutely. You can catch the next episode of the Two Gals podcast next Wednesday, the 13th, right here on TikTok Live. You can follow Diva at TikTok. It's the_Diva show. You can also catch her on Instagram, the_Diva_show. If you want a little more KJ, you can find me on IG at officially kjcertified or here on TikTok at kjcertified. If you need your dose of the two girls before next Wednesday, hit us up, TikTok, Instagram. We are here. Like, share, comment, do all the things that classy people do. And we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Hey.